Get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. That run good for 6. Still looking up at a 3rd and 15.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid.
Well, the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
That's pulled in at the 32. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be a short field ahead as the AFC takes over, 1st and 10. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Amari Cooper, 49 yards, as they have taken the lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And it is gobbled up by the NFC. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Here now the NFC to take over on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You to want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Purdy sets up to throw again. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The AFC offense going to possess the football one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. There's probably not too much for these coaches to do in terms of X's and O's, but hey, both these teams are in it to win it. So with that, we'll get you back out for the second half of this year's Pro Bowl. Here's Brandon and Charles.
From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The AFC offense now set to start this third quarter.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Amari Cooper. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the AFC has taken the lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And it is gobbled up by the NFC. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, not giving up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to put
pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. Max Crosby able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting the sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Getting set to go again. We get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh, yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And all the way in for the touchdown. Amari Cooper taking it in. And the AFC adds on to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Back to the air on second down, Purdy.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's NFC football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're...
And this is caught. Touchdown. Amari Cooper, 56 yards. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And it is gobbled up by the NFC. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
Well, the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Purdy, big fourth down play. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Now inside the 25. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and an AFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Trying to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one. Avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards, a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. They need 18 yards here on third down. Here's Purdy.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Max Crosby make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Myles Garrett make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Purdy with one final shot here. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC?